afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only, Master of Propaganda. We're off here to a riveting 1 versus 1 on Bayeux. In the north, it is Darkcrow fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 1st SS Panzerdivision Leibstandard. In the south, it is Use-m246 fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Fighting here for the 6th Armored Division, we got mechanized, elite troops and assault support. Well, straight into elite armor there for elite troops for Darkcrow with concussive grenades, stormtroopers, G43s, pan-tactician, the Tiger Rays, of course, double infantry and Tiger's bulletins. Guess he likes the Tiger Rays. Versus mechanized, heavy cavalry and recon support with triple infantry bulletins there for Use-m246. Gonna need MG42 start there for Darkcrow and double rifleman there for Use. So we're off here to the races. Quick note to, or big thanks to Iron Dwarf 30 and to, I believe, Shorkan, if I pronounce that correctly, for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with their hard-earned money. Big thanks to both of you. You're part of my company here and what allows me to do this day after day. So thanks to both of you. You're wonderful, charming people and part of my company heroes. Back to our regular scheduled programming. Gonna do MG42, that big push from Darkcrow here towards the northern field, secure the area around it for the glory of Das Vaterland. Right, moving up here from Use. Gonna need it coming the car plants right moving in there. Use is going for an aggressive, destructive play here to throw off his opponent's early game. Nice strong push, but he didn't probably anticipate the MG42 was ready here to actually catch the rifleman in a crossfire. There we go. He spots the MG42, gets the rifleman out of there. Quick sharp move there by Use-m246. More rifle moving up here for Use with the third rifle squad on the way there. He's going to have to try and play fast and quick. Cleverly here to outmaneuver the machine gun, but this time though he's not fast enough. The MG42 sets up and catches the rifleman. He did not anticipate that apparently. Good maneuvering there by Darkcrow. MG42 as the Wehrmacht. Having good MG42 handling is an absolute, I think, top required gun. There go, turns around again. Use senses it just in the nick of time. His Jedi senses warning him there's an MG42. And even if a Jedi, if he walks straight into that, there'd be no force powers that can help you against the power of 1,200 rounds per minute. Up north there, tank traps being laid down. Gonna do moving in there. Rearson's digging in. Gonna need could go straight for them, push them off. So right here, Uses early start to aggressive play. Was halted by some very solid MG42 handling there by Darkcrow. So 2 thumbs up there. I mean, again, it was really good play there from Use. Otherwise, and again, even up in for this shot, maneuvering there, Darkcrow would have been pushed off there. I mean, any other Wehrmacht player probably been pushed off there. But again, sharp MG42 play there saved Darkcrow's sauerkraut. Gonna need to work against the rifleman falling back as the gun needs a way to sort of pull into cover there. Quickly diverting. Good move. Could try and use the cover here to get past the, or get close to the Gunneers. Probably more force. Up north here, Rearson standing about. Could push in there. Back at base here, we got no tech up yet for Darkcrow. We got triple gun MG42 and we got the platoon command post going up there for Use-m246. Jack there goes down as the Gunneers put him full of lead there. Here we got Gunneers versus Rifleman. MG42 backing up again. Sharp fluid machine gun usage to back up the infantry at all times. Good play there by Darkcrow. Again, I really cannot stress enough as the Wehrmacht, one of the key components is being able to use your MG42 like an absolute Panzer Grenadier god. Up here we got Rearson versus Grenadiers. Shots being fired back and forth between the two sides. Rearson's taking a minor casualty here. Down to just 3 men. More riflemen around here to turn the situation on here for Use. Lieutenant still a bit on the way there. There we go, he arrives. Fast vehicle could be an idea. He could also consider a mortar of his own. So maybe that way try to do it. There you go, concussive grenade. Of course, signaling to Use that his opponent has gone for elite troop, but also in this case, winning the engagement. Certainly seems like Darkcrow knows how to fight the Americans, and he does it quite well. Pioneers retreating there. Back here, we got the tech almost down there for Darkcrow. So he can like to make a nice company. He could also go for fast Panzer Grenadier here versus Use-m246. Rifleman up here, Grenadiers though taking a few shots. And we got a sniper here from Darkcrow. Actually a bit rare to see a sniper, shall we say this, in air quotes, late into the game. Usually they'd be like, you know, one of the first units to get. But like after you're teched up, after, shall we say, the usual triple Grenadier MG42 build, that's a bit more interesting. And it could possibly, this is actually what Darkcrow intends. Like he intends to try and, you know, make his opponent think, okay, there's no sniper coming, we're safe. And then all of a sudden, pew! Ludwig is here. To have, you know, filled with fear. Yeah, that's what Ludwig does. Ludwig is very good at fear amongst Americans. Moving up here straight for the car point though. Good disruptive play. I mean, right now, Darkcrow is a lot more extended, so going for the car point is a good move. MG42, they're falling back towards the fuel point. In some ways, nice, but again, I feel dislike this. I would say more static play. The MG42 also, in this case, he does have a really big exposed flank there, so this is a bit more risky, honestly, for Darkcrow. Sniper, they're moving in here, and there we go. The lieutenant drops dead. No ice cream for Lieutenant Dan. Back here, we got Rifle's Grenadiers. That's the German army. They've tried to threaten a few points in regards to the sniper there. I'm guessing Use might try and rush an M20 to try and counter the sniper here. And I imagine in response there, there'll be probably a 2-2 out soon here from Darkcrow, as obviously he's thinking there's going to be some sort of vehicle to try and counter a sniper. So having the 2-2 out to least so to cover that would be a good move. Alright, Use there cutting off his opponents from the western fuel, though Darkcrow still has a decent amount on the map, so it's not like he's falling too far behind Use either in fuel. He's slightly falling behind, but not a lot either. MG4 remains in a static position there for Darkcrow. 5th Cavalry lander for Use, so no light vehicle. They're being pushed out. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Looks like that might have been misclicked or something like that. Either way, got the M20 utility car out there to hunt down the crouch sniper to put an end to Ludwig. Battle's moving up, then MG4 remains here. M20 slowly approaching. Ground the centre victory point here. Rifleman Lieutenant moving about there. Going back for the carve point. Could try and launch in a flank assault through here and sort of hit the Grenadiers. And the Pioneers not even grabbing points there fully, just committing everything. Darkcrow has the 222 armoured car on the way there, the Leichter Panzer Spielwagen. Pioneers left having the Rifleman Lieutenant popping in here. Grenadiers moving in there. 222 halfway done here, and there you go. Rifleman catching the Grenadiers here. M20 almost done. Rifleman taking minor casualties. After squad, they need to retreat. I'm guessing he's trying to kill the sniper in this case. Might in fact have overextended himself just a bit, giving here Darkcrow an opportunity to maybe land a wipe in the rifle squad. In this case, does not happen. Gonna be just getting LMG-42s. No G-43s here. You'd normally figure that with the elite troops. Any G-43 doctrine. That a lot of the Grenadiers will equip with G-43s, but for now at least, Darkcrow does not seem particularly interested in that. Either way, the assault here pushed off. Fuel point reconnection or connection restored. Back here, nothing further going on. We got the M20 utility car sitting out. Adding the armoured skirts. 2-2 rolling down the roads. Past the corpses of dead Americans and dead Germans. Around the western victory point, we got 467 versus 459. Trying to bring about here on the far right flank. He's probably looking to go for deep flank and try and catch a sniper unawares. It's a bit risky, of course, and it doesn't encounter anything. There's nothing to save the M20 here. But of course, if it does pan out, obviously, he gets a free sniper kill. Of course, it's a larger map, Bayeux, with a lot more stuff to hide behind, so trying to catch a sniper is a bit tricky here for Use-m246, unless he actually has a rough idea where the sniper is, and currently he does not. Darkcrow is also very quick to hide his sniper once he hears the M20 beginning to fire off its 50 cal, but at the same time losing the fuel point here. Darkcrow also keen on disruptive plays, going for a pack 40 as well. Obviously, maybe thinking here there's other things that could come up after the M20. We're going to lose his 2-2 here, so rather than, be a all his eggs in one basket type of man, he brings up the pack 40 just as well. M20 getting away there, obviously does not wish to get tangled here with the 2-2 on its own. 5th Cavalry almost there. We got Rifleman Lieutenant racing moving ahead here. Use finding himself in a sticky spot here versus Darkcrow and the German army. So moving ahead here for the glory of America and democracy. Key for some of the Grenadiers. Panzer Abwehr Kanone 40 out there for Darkcrow. Grenadiers being shot to bits here. So the amount of firepower that Darkcrow's being big against Rifleman's causes some harm. Then there you go, Rifleman Lieutenant moving up here. Slight man that also threatens the cuff or retreat path of the Grenadiers. Got Grenadiers versus the 5th Cavalry on the west. Very good. There's still no sign of a doctrine from Use. Definitely feel like you should be going for one soon. In fact, the sooner the better. I mean, mechanized could, well, obviously not offer as much here. Maybe Cavalry Rifleman. Heavy Cavalry give him some ranges in the early game. Plus mines could be really good when he has gained some ground at times. Or recon support company for the Greyhound. The airdrop combat group. Even cluster bombs like this. I mean, they're all pretty good doctrine here that users use. But you usually also want you to have the bit out sooner than currently what he's doing there. Meanwhile, Darkcrow there is making use of the stun grenades and the G-43s already. No sign of stormtroopers, but that can always change. Then he's been good soup at the M20. Got that 5th Cavalry laying down some heavy fire there. Got Lieutenant moving up here, no bazookas. Sniper, 2-2 the problem. And of course, by keeping the 2-2 close to the sniper, it makes it a bit harder there for you to just dive for it with the M20. It's a good tactical setup there by Darkcrow, but there you go, roughing up, connect the cuff one again. Machine gun remains passive here. Not a fan of that. Again, of course, in the start contest, I initially handled it. Now it just feels like it's doing nothing. I mean, it's all the situation where you'd just be better off building a machine gun bunker and using a machine gun more actively versus use elsewhere. We got mines down here. Probably try and catch the 2-2 any other vehicles, blow them up. In this case, the 2-2 arriving kind of ruins that. Our storms coming out. And with G45s, obviously they gain a significant boost to the mid to long ranges. Though, of course, they're not going to be as great assault troops, but, you know, sort of a elite grenadier squad in a sense there. I mean, they will perform quite well. They will perform quite well. Stuart Light tank on the way with the Use-m246. That's obviously going to put more pressure there on Darkcrow. His 2-2's going to have a harder time. But, of course, the Pack 40 is exactly there to deal with that eventuality. So right now, Use, I think, needs to put more pressure on the flanks. He needs to try and catch Darkcrow a bit more comfortable with the support weapons. And if you were to realise, again, the machine gun is here, you should just like pounce upon it and clear it out. And then steal and turn against Darkcrow. I mean, again, this is actually in many ways risky because if Use figures this out, I mean, that could easily be in a machine gun wipe and then hand over to the American arsenal. Stormtroopers moving ahead here, advances cautiously through the terrain. German infantry were generally trained in infiltration. Tactics are actually part of the German doctrine. And they were sort of the type to try and slowly creep up an American unit and surround it and then attack it. So, little fun fact there. We got another machine gun there on the way for Use. Obviously got the rest of the infantry light vehicles. Oh, snap. Recently catching the sniper, but oh, he's not realizing it. He's not realizing it. 2-2 damage. Engine rifle moving in. There goes 2 charging in as well here. Bad development there for Darkcrow. 2-2 is finally going to go down. Reason's retreating. At least the sniper's supposed to survive. But losing the 2-2 is going to hurt him a bit. That's going to make it easier for Use to move about on the battlefield. 5th Cav there routed by the Stormtroopers. Back to get some damage in. There you go. Rifle sweeping in on the suppressed Stormtroopers. Force retreated for Darkcrow as his front line collapses like a paper bag. That was popped rather aggressively. Back here, troops reinforcing for Use. Moving up through the center, we got the Pack 40 that needs to fall back. Again, the lack of machine gun means that any, like, sort of issue here for Darkcrow quickly escalates as everything just, again, collapses. Tech up there for Darkcrow, going to move ahead for some Panzerwaffe, hopefully. I'm trying to with 50 moving up the westward, see it. Oh, that's the Steward, actually. Trinity is being repaired. There we go. Catching the Grenadier, see it. Damaged engine is going to last for a bit there, but also it's going to force away there. Going for the car point again. Pack there, could be a trouble there for Darkcrow as well. Rifle, I think, just got a munitions point there. Nab it for freedom. I'll swing back hard there. We got troops reinforcing there. Tech almost done for Darkcrow. They're going to need to move ahead there with their mix of weaponry there, giving a good long-range firepower, but also mid to short range there, so nice little combination there. Bit surprising that Users yet to equip any of his men with BARs. We got that one bazooka and that's it. Usually want some BARs to increase your chances with the German infantry. And again, just lack of any elite infantry or sort of assault troops, like, Rangers with Thompson could be quite good here. And there you go. Finally going for the fuel point again, encountering the machine gun, but also now he should be able to flank on it. This should be very much available through here or there. Ground the center victory point. Going east was there to possibly hit some more points the other way, using a much better situation in terms of map control. We got the sniper moving up there. Oh, caught here with the rifle inside the building. Gonna need Stormtroopers that are all closed up here. This is where, a grenade rolls be nice. There you go. Concussive grenade on the rifle, stun them inside the building, allowing him for extra free shots from Darkcrow's forces. Nice work there. Could pop an Interrogate to further force them out there. Got the M20 moving in. To Paul McCobb already for Darkcrow. He could rush on Oswind. Or could go for something else. We'll have to see there. He may go for Stroop, but I suspect he's more likely to go for the Panzerwaffe. For Use, he needs to take up Coh2 soon as well. Got Grenadiers, Pioneers bringing up the right flank. I mean, right now, Use is in a particular sticky spot because he's got no anti-tank weapons except that one bazooka and maybe some mines. But he's got no otherwise, large formations, no anti-tank guns, or nothing. Got the swimming in to flush the MG42 off the fuel point there. Very good. Storms for they're holding out. We got 6 kills, veterans 1 on them. Rifle being shot to bits out in the open here by the G42 building Stormtroopers with expert accuracy. They cut the Americans to bits. Machine gun there, down to just 3 men. Forced to retreat finally. 5th coming up. They could try and grab the point with it. Might move in to sort of defend the card point. All the way. Back here, troops reinforcing for Use. Back at base here for Darkcrow. We got nothing further going on there. Gonna need Pioneers moving ahead here. 5th Cup they're opening up, but with the sniper there, there's going to be a bit of an issue. I'm trying to move in from the south here. Sniper being pushed back a bit. And got the student moving from the other side here. Flanking up behind with the M20, but there you go. Panther fasted. Might have a chance of catching the sniper with no pop smoke instead. And there you go. Grenadiers being cut to ribbons. Left to die out in the open. There you go. Fuel point being grabbed here. Both fuel pumps are going to be in control here of Use-m246, but he's still going to need the tank, and he's going to, more importantly, need some anti-tank weapons before that. M20 almost taking up above double Panzerfaust, and there you go, down it goes. Munitions caught on fire and exploded, incinerating the crew. Back here, troops reinforcing. Do we have any weapon racks active? We do not. Stuart falling back there, halfway to Veteran 2. Gonna use around the 50 caliber there. Lieutenant also falling back. Rifle from 50 caliber moving up. Here we got, I think, one M600 tank mine down there. Hughes still hasn't gone for a doctrine. Definitely should be doing that by now. I mean, at this point, it does look like it's going to go for heavy cavalry, because that's the only doctrine really at this point has anything beyond like 7 command points. And even then, like, he could have been doing a lot more with the doctrine if he'd chosen it actively. I mean, the smoke should have been useful. Rangers are going to feel like being a great help as well. And oh, bollocks! He's about to lose. I think the Steward maybe. No, gets away with it. Damn close. Flip coming up to them before true sniper and grenadiers being showered with lead and other nasties. Need to fall back, I think, from here. At the same time, the fire's got resistance plus grenadiers and Pioneer. Panther 4 halfway done, and Hughes right now still pretty much only has one bazooka to try and stop that. Finally forced to fly from the fuel point. He's getting plenty of fuel, and he finally got tech up there for Use-m246, but I would say that is definitely a bit on the later side here versus the Germans, the Krauts, the Nazis. So now moving about here, 11 kills, halfway 22. Flank up the rifle behind the Grenadier with the G43s. Pioneers grabbing the northern point here, closing in. Over here, MD42 setting up there as well. We got a broad advance here, but Darkcrow to try and make up for the lost territory here. We got 313 versus 331. And there you go, Major out. Still going to be a bit wild for calling the Sherman. He will need one. That or a Jackson, I think, to stop this Panther 4 as it rolls out here for the German army. 5th coming out there to secure part of the terrain there, I think, in the far west. 309 versus 331. Troops setting out the Lieutenant, 50 caliber there, back here, troops reinforcing. We got weapon racks there for use, realizing he's going to need some bazookas. He's going to need some of that boom boom, you know, to get those Panzer IVs to bugger off. Now it's got the Major against the Stormtroopers, quickly dropping the Major dead. No mercy shown from those Stormtroopers. And there you go, 50 caliber quickly suppressing them. Stuart moving in as well there. 4 kills, smoke grenade off. Nice throw there by Darkcrow. And now, as you turn to the tank into that, we got a flanking from north and before 2 in the Grenadiers. Bold push there by Darkcrow. Panther 4, Pack 40 moving westwards, rifling towards the centre, straight to the G43s there. In the east, we got Lieutenant and 5th caliber versus the Pioneer. Lots of action here. Panther 4 moving ahead. We got artillery called in as well there. 50 caliber is in some deep trouble there. There we go. Bazooka's equipped. Bit of an awkwardness here though with the base layout. Depending on how it lays, like, you can have to take a force longer route just to get the weapons upgraded here. In this case, this is a bit awkward since, like, you have to take a much longer route. It just doesn't feel natural, so bit of a, shall we say, flaw in the American base design there with the weapon racks. I mean, neat idea, just the execution you can see there has some slight issues. 5th Cam hang about there, grabbing the eastern point here. We got Grenadiers being hit with a sniper. We got 13 kills, close to 22. Stormtroopers there, 12 kills, got the bazooka team moving ahead. Not a bad idea, of course. The problem is the Stormtroopers supporting the Panther 4 make it difficult for you to get close with a bazooka team to deal with it, which is obviously how you want to be done here for the Germans. Like, keep your infantry supporting your tanks, and like anti-tank teams can't get close to the Panther 4. I mean, that's how it was in the war. Like, Panther Grenadiers were meant to like keep close to the tanks, keep them supported, and prevent like infantry to get close to the tanks and deal with them. So, little fun fact there. Gunneers survived from the Stuart, got the 50 cal hanging back here. Troops heading out there for use. Sherman on the way for use as well, and the 5th Armoured Division. Panzer 4 halfway done. Tier 4. Trying, I suppose, stall here for Tiger Rays. Does seem to be part of Darkcrow's MO. But of course it does have some risks. If you lose control of the map, they can make it much harder for the Tiger Rays to then make an impact on your opponents in control. Of course, a well-handled Tiger Race can be a real menace. I mean, make no mistake. Flanking MD42 there, which is finally getting a bit more active. But there you go, Grenadiers now opening the hits to the flanking troops with a bigger push nonetheless. It would have been great, of course, if he had, say, any bars here. But there you go. Stun shot there, at least partly saves the situation. Then it's also get stunned, in fact, allowing the rifle to overwhelm them. So that was less well executed there by him. In the far west, we got the bazooka teams this time as the Panther 4. And without Stormtroopers or any other infantry to back up the Panther 4, it has to bugger off. Grabbing again against the Stormtroopers. Showing those mobilized here for Use-m246 and the 5th Armoured. More pioneers for Darkcrow, imagine to assist with panzer repairs. Rifles going to be easy to use, but it still hasn't chosen a doctrine. Stood moving up with 4 kills, so his name Betty 2. Pioneers being shredded on the side of the Panther 4. There we go, smoke's been popped here. At this point, he's used almost every ability of the doctrine except the Tiger Race there. Shown moving in, we got there the pack as well. They're shown, in fact, out to get knocked out. I think he's going to have to throw smoke down the pack to avoid that. The Super Team's trying, and there we go. Almost lost the Sherman already. That's going to be hugely detrimental there to use. And there you go, the Sherman is down. That was not good. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Maybe it was a misclick. Maybe there's something else going on there. But that was definitely not a good maneuver. The Sherman quite costly for him. Particularly can't get rid of the Panther 4 with the bazookas, which it certainly looks like he can't. So that's definitely going to help Darkcrow stall for the Tiger Race with that. He's planning, in fact, we already got the heavy Panzer Corps up there, so that's going to make things a lot trickier there for use. Might have gotten a bit impatient there. I felt like if he didn't do it now, he'd never get it, but I don't think that was worth the Sherman, so that was a bit of a bad call there. He's going to have to work hard to restore some semblance of order to the front line after that loss, because, you know, he could easily just diverted the Sherman elsewhere to put pressure on Darkcrow's forces on other parts of the front line, you know, maybe murdering some infantry here and there. Now it's just down to the Stuart light tank to do that. Fifth coming in to deal with the gun of these two. We got 309 versus 254. You may want to get that major equipped with some boots as well. There you go, machine gun back in action. And the center again, 2 kills, close to bed 21. Artillery called in here by Use. There you go, sandbags being slowly pummeled into, well, nothingness. Oh, well, I suppose sand. Rifle Rearson setting out. Pack shooting, got the sniper moving up there, 18 kills. Dead covers his G43 gunners. There you go, rifle grenade, stop, just the nick of timing for the couple of crew. Gonna east there, by the way, will quickly get pinned down, and there you go, Lieutenant moving up as well. Captain out there, User's gonna go for anti-tank guns here. Imagine to help deal with all the panzers and such. Not a bad idea, not a bad idea. They still would benefit, I think, from a doctrine at this point. But so far, no sign of that. And there you go, M1 anti-tank the way there for Use-m246. The M1 anti-tank, by the way, was basically pretty much just a straight up copy of the British 6-pounder gun. A little fun fact there. 6-pounder gun halfway done, still going eastwards, machine gun there as well. Could grab the eastern victory or western victory point there, and of course threaten the fuel point. Troops reinforcing, got bars going out there to the infantry, very good. There you go, 1 anti-tank gun out. You'll probably get 2 there, since 2 is going to be really difficult there for the Panther 4 to deal with. The M1 anti-tanks have good rate of fire, they can reasonably well penetrate the Panther 4 as well, so 2 M1 anti-tank guns means that, like, if Darkcrow isn't like completely just like on the ball with it, you could quickly lose the Panther 4 to like a double volley. Bring up the west side, here we go there. Darkcrow seen for use and is quickly moving to block that. We got booby traps up here on the eastern side as well. Slow movement here on the right flank. Might be setting up to get behind Darkcrow then hurt him. Captain Rifle here versus the Pioneer and 5th cover joining in. Lieutenant about to get wiped out with the Grenadiers with the G43 and the G42. Sniper joining in the fun. 24 kills. Major moving up as well here. Big push there by Use. Major under fire. Stood moving up. M1 anti-tank there, slowly on the move for the Use-m246. Still no sign of a doctrine though. Still none. German infantry caught here with the 5th come. There you go. 1 squad to press. 2nd one will also follow. There we go. Very quickly. And they'll be quickly pinned down, except of course got the Panther moving in. Oh! Almost lost the 5th cover there, but he does, I think, managed to get away with it. Close shave though. Very close shave. Right flank sees continued expansion there for Use-m246 and the 5th Armoured as Darkcrow and the 1st SS Panzer Division holds the line. Back here, troops here reinforcing. Use prepared for the next big push. Darkcrow's base a bit more sun, and there you go. Still engaging here, but got the Panther 4 and get here by anti-tank as well. They could take it out here. Eventually 2 gained. Might want to pop armor piercing rounds just to make sure it goes through. Target, take aim, take aim. There we go. Good use of the ability. And the Panther 4 is down. A striking blow there against Darkcrow, though he is not far off in the Tiger Race. That's definitely the issue there for Use-m246. Of course, at this rate, he's probably going to go for a Pershing of his own. That way, counter the heavy tank with a heavy tank. They'll arguably more anti-tank guns than tank, so it could probably do the job. But either way, getting rid of the Panther 4 will help Darkcrow. I mean, Use-m246, not Darkcrow. Darkcrow, I imagine, will not be helped by the destruction on his own tanks. As he moves up the right flank, there we got Stormtroopers sneaking up here. Good maneuver, but he might get caught. He can use react in time here with the 5th Cav to stop it. Or will he risk losing this? Oh, he just retreats. I guess that also works. Nice flank there, though, by Darkcrow. There you go. Rifleman Lieutenant on the move here. None of these being routed. He's probably going to push straight for the fuel point again. No S-mines here from Darkcrow. That could be a good investment if he had the munitions. Troops are healing and forcing. Still being fixed up. Tag races. Still some time away there. None of these clubs being wiped up. We got a big swarming push here by Use. Still no doctrine. Massive horde of infantry. We got, though, Darkcrow moving up his forces of his own. He is getting ever close to that Tiger race. Going to go for that car point. We got fuel catches here from Darkcrow to further assist in the summoning of the Ace Tiger crew here. Just to make sure that Use can't disrupt it by too much by harassment. Good work, I think there, but Darkcrow certainly makes it, again, harder for Use-m246 to derail it at this point in the fighting. He still hasn't chosen a doctor now. We had 25 minutes and still nothing. Bit disappointing there. Storms are hiding out. Ace level, 20 kills. Hardened killers. Robbing in the fire there. And Billy Bob Joe there drops dead as the Stormtroopers end him. Continues assault here. No grenades. Makes it a bit hard to push through there. They could actually pop a concussive grenade, I think, here to sort of further deal with it. But there you go. Now there's too many, and with bars and whatnot, the Stormtroopers are finally forced away. They're moving up as well here. Heading the western point, hitting the center point again. Just the loss of that 5th caliber makes it harder for Darkcrow to form up defense. Still, sometimes won't get in the Pershing. Comparatively, Darkcrow is now less than a minute away from the Tiger race. Use may want to bring up some more bazookas, lay down some mines. I mean, he could hope, I suppose. Oh, I think the mine here get destroyed, actually. Maybe that's what they're... I'll wait, Rifleman stop there. So he's going to need more into tankers, I think, to have a chance of stopping that Tiger race. And really, at this point, Stormtroopers with G40 feast and concussive grenades. Yeah, no, it's Tiger race time. And that's probably what Use-m246 really should be keeping his mind here. Before he gets, overruled by it. Then he's moving in. Pack 40 backing up, and there you go. Finally, we got the doctor in this heavy cavalry to the surprise of, well, no one really. Pack moving up. Got the western field point. That, of course, is going to help Use get to that Pershing faster. It's going to be about 2 minutes now, so that's helpful there for Use. Darkcrow, though, is seconds away from the Tiger race, one of Germany's heroes. In the east, we got 50 covers the Pioneer. 530 schwerer Panzerabteilung, providing one of its Ace Tiger crews here. German Tiger tanks in general, though, were organised into heavy tank battalions or abteilungs or detachments, with some exceptions. For some occasion, there'd be some organised into what was known as Funkline-abteilungs or radio control units, where they'd be controlling Goliaths or Borgward 4Bs. For example, the Panzer had such a unit attached to it, was actually made up of Tiger tanks and a single King Tiger. I'll wait Tiger race start there for Darkcrow. Still going steady for Stormtroopers in the Pioneer. Engaging up close with sheer brutality there. But there you go, nice smoke grenade there. Tiger race moving ahead here. Charging through the terrain here. Rather than caught out in the open though. Rolling through swiftly. Use is not far off from the Pershing heavy tank though. He's bringing up another anti-tank, very good. He's still going to need more anti-tanks to try and have a chance against the Tigers. And there you go. Lewis, well, got Bluers to bitses. Pioneers moving straight with the victory point. There's a 50 cab on the way, plus the rifleman there. Heavy damage there to Darkcrow's Pioneer. Carry on the western victory point. We got 248 plus 170. One kill on the Tiger race so far. Stewart backing off there. It has no chance against the Tiger race. That's for sure. Second M1 tank out there for Use-m246. Tiger tank sending out there. Slowly but surely. Some might be good at down here for Use-m246 help support the anti-tank guns, for example. In fact, American anti-tank gun companies usually had a small group attached to it. Their specific job was to lay down mines. We do have some mines here and then. M5 then, M5 there. Very good from Use. Around the western point here. Back here, troops in reinforcing. Rifleman setting up. Bit of quality. We've got the anti-tank swing about. There you go. Tiger Strikers Westwards here for Darkcrow. Going to need a spearheading the assault. Major pushed away there, and Major almost annihilated. In the centre here we got Grenade Squad caught by Riflemen and 50 calibers there. Tiger Race falling back there quickly again. In the far east, we've got Grenade sneaking about the far right flank. Need to get the 50 calibers to stop that, I think. Centre Vic being seized there, we've got 247 versus 163. Tiger Race rolling ahead here. Riflemen standing about nearby. Anti-tanks all ready here to engage it if they can, well, hit it. But there you go, shooting through the hedgerows, and there you go. Double penetrating hits in the Tiger tank's side armour. Second volley though misses, but the damage has been done, and Darkcrow is getting his Tiger Race the devil out of there. Obviously not intent to throw away no Germany's heroes like they're just skittles. Then is in push back. In the far east, heavy fighting going on between there, Use and Darkcrow. With Use winning that one, I think, hands down. The centre remains still firmly in the hands of Darkcrow and Deutschland. Stormtrooper squad here is about to get caught again. Rifleman Lieutenant Stuart there could also deal with him, but the Lieutenant right now is getting cut ripped. Oh, and the Rav squad got accidentally caught up and forced to retreat as well there. All crit for Use, and there you go. Finally, he can call in his Pershing. Heavy tank. Can incendiary grenade. I think that was a misclick there. He's probably hoping to catch us for a smoke grenade, but either press the wrong button either in one way or the other. No Pershing yet. Stuart almost taken out here. Sniper pushback in the centre. Still, it looks like it will be able to make it out. And there you go. Pershing out here for Use-m246 and the 5th Armoured. Rearstons in trouble. Here's the Tiger Race moves up. Rather moving forward, backed up with the anti-tank guns. Need to make sure that the anti-tank guns can't easily be rushed down there by Darkcrow's infantry. Shot bounced off the Tiger tanks. 100mm thick frontal armour. Second shot that went through, and there you go. Another shot there. MG-42 moving up to stop this American advance to halt the anti-tanks, and they'll move. Very good. On the far right flank, there you go. Mine goes off. Jürgen blown to bits. Ludwig the sniper is still alive with 36 kills. Rifle squad, they need to get away. Back here, troops in reinforcing. Pershing moving up here for him, and there you go. Pershing and double anti-tanks for the Tiger Race. Heavy damage there, and there you go. Quick smoke screen here. Oh, by Use, meaning the Tiger Race will more safely escape here. That's awkward. Still is going to push ahead here. Machine gun falling away there. Pack also falling away there. Pioneer squad almost wiped out. Use is on the offensive here in the far east. The unit wiped out. He wasn't paying attention. A bit costly there for him. Bit costly. Grenadiers blocking the way with an MG-42 setting up the building. And then got Artillery called in to destroy the building. Western point secured. There we got booby trap up, but the rest of the mines will see it and deal with it. Good use of booby traps by Darkcrow and his stormtroopers. 218 versus 160. Grenadiers now moving up here to hit the fuel point from the north. Just as Use falls back from the point where they restored for, meaning he can't easily reinforce there and save the day. Bit awkward there for Use. Will he launch back here again? Yes, he will. Yes, he bloody well will. Brief considered 2-2 because he didn't want that. He's going for another Pack 40. Wonder what Darkcrow's planning. X-Panzer 4, Stu, Panther, Sturmpanzer. A lot of options. Oh, well, we can see he's establishing a sort of defensive line here across the western and centre victory point, making it easy to defend both of those, though they're rather far away from the eastern fuel points. Of course, if we could grab and hold this, that'd make it much easier to overall form a more cohesive defensive line there for Use, which Darkcrow had to do, and then either launch a successful breakthrough through the centre or somehow outmaneuver and sort of hit them on the sides. He's also trying to grab the Firestone point, which can make it easier for, or harder, I think, for Use to form up a more cohesive defensive line. So it's a bit tricky there for him. Bit trickier. 5th card defending the western point, but there he goes. Sniper still backing up. There's 37 kills. He's going to have to retreat their 5th card soon. Rifle moving up there. We got Stormtroopers moving in. Machine gun as well. 198 there left for Darkcrow. Pershing moving in. There you go. Boob tag goes off. Blowing apart Earl, who clearly had not learned to not pick things up from the ground. That look awfully suspicious. Machine gun moving up. If we don't got the 5th card, they're ready. 5 kills. Vector 2 on that one. 186 versus 160. Machine crew, they're being blasted by Pershing and 50 caliber there. Pershing straight into the 5th anti-tank guns there. And there you go. Take aim. Direct hit here. Might get at least another hit there from the M1. Pershing gets to the Pack 40 rifling from the north here. 178 versus 160. Sniping up on the west side. More hits in the Tigers here from the Pershing and the anti-tank guns. 32 there, but there goes Sniper on the flank. Begins to pick off the anti-tank gun crew, making it hard for him to pursue the deal with the Tigers there. 5th Cavalry at least keeps the gem from up through the center, but the Pershing's going to go for the Sniper. Can he get him? Can he get him? No, Sniper gets away. Quick save there by Darkcrow. Panzerwerfer of Darkcrow to deal with the support weapons. Not a bad move there, not a bad move. If you can use the Panzerwerfer, there is. I mean, for a lot of players, it tends to be a bit more of a mess to sort of get any sort of decent usage out of. Our way halfway down there with the Panzerwerfer for Darkcrow. Fun fact, the Waffen-SS had their own version of the Panzerwerfer that actually used Katyusha rockets. I mean, initially started with captured Katyusha rockets, but as the war went on, they'd actually make them themselves. And by make them themselves, I meant they use slave labor on the Eastern Front. Group chaps are going off. Right now we got 172 versus 160. Mines being laid down the very good, but there you go. Germany incursion moving in there. Use is going to need more armor up soon to back up the Pershing. Another Sherman with an infantry, another Jack with the Tigers. Either way, though, Use needs more armor. You can't just drive around with the Pershing. I'd definitely say that is a possible problem there down the road. Pioneers from Saint Lana fire the Pershing. There you go. Fritz and Franz blown to Blitz. Other Pershing. Meanwhile, Hellfire there, 25 running down, almost taking out both Grenadier squads, but they do get away. Close one there, close one there, machine gun packs moving up. Anti-tank and bazooka teams bring up so into the machine gun, plus the sniper nearby. Far right flank, that's actually quite exposed to the theoretical RV pushing up. There was an infantry could possibly overwhelm the Darkcrow and clear stuff there. Direct hit from the Pershing on the machine gun, but right now, rather unfortunate for Use, he's actually just lost one of his anti-tank gun crews. Not his most veteran one, but it's a problem because he really needs anti-tank guns versus the Tiger Ace and any other armor that Darkcrow might get. Now that's really going to further increase the necessity of a Jackson tank or something else here for Use. Panzer flying down there on the center, wiping out Use's 50 Cavalry crew there as well. That is 2 losses in a short amount of time here for Use. That is great there for Darkcrow. That is amazing. For Use, though, it is definitely a bit dangerous. We got 133 versus 160. He's still bleeding out his opponent. I think he's forgotten about the Stewart that we clearly intended to grab the point with. He needs to get around to doing that soon now. I mean, the more he can bleed out Darkcrow, the better. Pershing bouncing a shot here. Ground squad almost wiped out. Down to just a single man. Pershing pushed away. Anti-tank is all falling away. Still no tank destroyers of additional armor here for Use. Guess he's too caught up in the frontline action to realise he's starting to run out of frontline stuff. He's going for grenades now. Interesting timing. I feel like if he wanted grenades, he'd gone for this sooner. Of course, I mean, generally you want those out as soon as possible anyways. They can be pretty good. But I still feel like he should have had those out sooner. And then, you know, by now had a Jackson out. Well, that's just me. Either way, though. Ground back the 5th Cavalry at least. Making up for some of the losses that way by recycling support weapons. Not bad there for Use. But Darkcrow there still, I think, in a strong position at the moment. He's also got full doctrinal bingo with every ability now used. Very good. Thumbs up there. Going for Scott as an interesting pick. That obviously means he's more focused on the support weapons and the infantry rather than the Tiger Ace. Not sure that's what I'd recommend, though. Quick grenade against the Stormtroopers. Nicely dodged there by Darkcrow. 112 versus 160. So what happens next there? Who knows? Obviously, except more people are going to die. We got guns spinning ahead here. Strength line fire the Pershing, which hits and telephone pole, absolutely whiffing the shot there. Pretty lucky for the Grenadiers, but others I think suffered much more harshly against that. Panther shooting away. Fifth Cavalry crew takes a nice hit. Pershing took some light damage. Grenadiers, Pioneers moving about. Scott ready there for Use. Far northern point have been grabbed. You got Marshall as well for Use. Very good. Darkcrow's taking more cautiously and calmly. I mean, he's got 2 victory points. And again, he's got a defensive line against the center and west one again. He's also got fuel. He's got fuel caches. I mean, at this point, obviously it's going to be really slow, but in theory, he could try and just, you know, wait out Use and hope for him to make mistakes and just keep punishing him for it. Of course, he plays defensively. Use may of course figure out any weaknesses in Darkcrow's lineup and just destroy them that way. So it's obviously not without strategy for Darkcrow, but at the same time, waiting for an opponent just to make more mistakes and only got the upper hand is not necessarily a bad strategy. But again, it's not without its risks either. We've got the far right flank here. Gunny's on the 5 person getting veterans you want. Scott finding the move, though it is very far exposed on the left flank. 112 is 139. Gunny's a 5 from the Pershing. Machine gun buggers up to cover the center there from a Darkcrow. Very nice. Still firing down the Pioneers, causing minor damage. 5th Cup setting up there as well. Continue assaulting up the right flank. Could actually, I think, do some damage to Darkcrow, whose right flank is wide open. No mines, not much else there. So, I mean, that'd be a really good angle from Use to push through, to be honest. Really good angle if you just, you know, do it with some speed and force. Panther shooting again. Showing the 5th gun, the Scott here. Almost popping out the ace machine gun crew there. Scott firing at the pack 4. There you go. Pershing almost got the sniper. Stuart is not there to be seen though. Can he get the sniper? Can he get Ludwig? And Ludwig dies. We got smoke called in the Pershing, taking heavy damage with the double packs. Still he saves the Pershing here. Finally got rid of that sniper. That's a big one there for Use. And certainly a bit of a nasty loss there for Darkcrow. Stuart there got the northern munitions. Got reasons for the pack 40 here. Betsy 2. Machine gun bugging up there. Good investment there. So far, Tiger Race remains in the final flank offers. I would say this is a bit awfully passive there by Darkcrow with the Tiger Race. Should be using at least a bit more actively. At least have it in a bit more central reserve position. Going to react better to action on the other sides with the map. Rather than right now where it's very much heavily focused on the west side. Meaning if Use keeps pushing on the right flank, he could theoretically do some heavy damage to Darkcrow. And Darkcrow won't be able to do enough about it in time. So we'll have to see though. From the centre still being helped up by the machine gun bunker. Packs moving up this road to contest. Back here, troops healing and repairing. Not healing, just repairing stuff. Tiger Race falling back. 12 kills. Got spearhead mode active. Very good. Use really should get up more armour. Pershing still being fixed. Artillery fire there on the centre victory point. Got a unit bunched up there, so that's going to be a nice spot for the Scott to just bombard. If he can hit. Panther firing again. 6 kills. Oh! No, the Scott got taken out with the Panther pack combo, but the Panther goes down itself to the anti-tank gun. Still losing the Scott here. It's going to hurt Use a bit. The really probably should have gone for Sherman or Jackson. So another Panther for Darkcrow. Pershing in the right side here dealing with the Pioneers. Almost got the pack 40 here and there. Go one pack crews down. Smoke's down on the machine gun bunker. Troops moving in there. Tiger Race moving in there. Exposing his rear to the anti-tank gun. Takes a few hits. We got 112 versus 112. More pensioners in the Tiger tanks. Frontal armor. Infantry moves ahead. Panther almost done. We got more Pioneers for Darkcrow. Pershing, Reus and Stewart charging in from these here towards the west. Probably looking to catch Darkcrow off guard here. Anti-tank gun crew destroyed. That's pretty bad there. That was an ace anti-tank gun crew. A big threat there to the Tiger Ace. Now Use really is going to have to go for Jackson tank. So I'm still surprised he hasn't. Panzer for number 2 down there for Darkcrow. We got 112 on the 13. Smoking off here to cover up and advance in the centre victory point again. And oh dear, I think that was the mate who down on the west there. Boober trap, and then they're going to need him to finish off the job. 100 points left for Use versus Darkcrow's 112. Stuart Pershing about. Bring up the right flank, which again is rather exposed, but this time we got a machine gun coming it up better there for you. Darkcrow, very good. Pershing up for the Stuart moving up for the centre, not the Pershing, it's sort of Brian back. I'll find there you go. Rifleman being blasted at the Tiger Race, 18 kills. Jackson tank, so final one, but there you go. Bunker down, pack exposed. Looks like Use might just have unravelled here, part of Darkcrow's defence. Pershing now here, going straight for the Tiger Race. Stuart could try and stand in there. Go shell shock here. There you go. Tiger can't shoot. Locked there. Doing heavy damage to it. Popping out then in tank grenade right now. Could leave the Tiger Race in the bad spot. Pershing gaining Betty 2 there. There you go, tag race. Oh, backs off, backs off. Stewart about to get knocked out. I can understand why, but at the same time, this is probably one of his better opportunities. He might have to take out the tag race. In particular, when you keep in mind with spearhead mode active, it can't actually turn around his turret fully, so if he just flanked around, it could actually make things awkward there for the tag race. Oh, Jackson almost done. Heavy damage there to Darkcrow in the end. He lost some infantry and support weapons and a banker. And has certainly pushed back Darkcrow for now, and even then the tag race will be off the battlefield for some time. He also lost several pioneers. 5th Cavalry coming eastern point here. Still needs to get some of those victory points back. Pack destroyed. Could destroy the MG4 to the ground the western point here. Could go up the center one. We got the Jacks moving up here, ready to fight the Germans. Tag race, of course, quickly fixing up there in part due to the self-repairability. Nice work there by Darkcrow. We got 110 versus 80. MG4 sitting up to cover the center there. Go straight into the captain. Vehicle crew main, fixing up the Stuart light tank. Pershing hanging back. Jackson moving out there for use. Rifle grenade off against the captain. Didn't do as much as could have done, perhaps. Stomps was moving ahead. 37 kills on those guys. They've definitely done their part. And there you go. Got blood here with the Pershing. Down to his 2 men again. Machine gun backed up with the tag race here, forming active middle outpost of Teutonic Will around the center. It's going to be hard there for use to easily break. Need to get the Jacks from their range in there. Go direct hit on the tag race, piercing its frontal armor. Captain being obliterated here by the tag race. Panther on the way for Darkcrow. The Panzerkampfwagen to back up the Tiger tank. That could spell a slightly higher amount of trouble here for use. To arguably bring up 2 Stooks to back up the Tiger race. Could probably have done the same, but you know, I suppose the Panther does look cooler to some. Fix up the Pershing there again. Use is starting to have some issues there again. Once more, his forces are running a bit of momentum. Again, I feel like part of the issue is just Use is not bringing up more armor when he could have here versus Darkcrow. Oh, slight delay there to the advance. Western point being lost again. Panther almost done. Might want to get out some more reaction to help resist the or repair the Pershing heavy tank. Quick grenade there on the machine gun. Nice throw. Jackson had a nice hit on the tag race. Panther almost done. Western point secured once we got to 74 versus 80. Still pretty close to the victory point department. Unit wiped out. The Use continues to bleed. And there you go. Panther out here for Darkcrow to back up his tag race. That's definitely a bit of a challenge here for Use to deal with. And not impossible either. Just quite the challenge. 74 versus 76. It's really close between the two there. Center victory point almost secured here, but it's a bit tricky there. Gunny's moving ahead, they're getting suppressed. Grenade could also be popped. No hands up retreating just in case. Pershing will try and flank, I suppose. We'll get off the shot there with the HVAP round. Note by the HVAP round was really only available to American tank destroyer crews. I don't think regular tank crews had access to unless they managed to nick them from some place they weren't supposed to, I guess. Almost got the western point, but there you go. Boop tap goes off, and there goes Tom's going to need something in to finish off the job, I guess. There we go, Lieutenant dead. Those booby traps have really paid off nice for Darkcrow. I think they've at least allowed him to wipe 2 units out, to be honest. So, thumbs up there to Darkcrow. Stewart hits the mine. Oh, no, the Stewart is out. Telemon laid down by Darkcrow. Trying to destroy the Pack 40 there, not bad, but the situation for Use is starting to look pretty hairy there. Now the Jacks on the way, they're finally, but the infantry complement for Use is almost non-existent. And Darkcrow could try and turn the Stuart light tank to his own purposes. Panther cleared up the right flank, murdering the 50 caliber there with ease. Since the 50 caliber, while great versus infantry light vehicles, is not particularly Panther-proof. Another Panther barrage off here from Use. Will he do better? Flying straight to the base, I think. Doing some light damage. Ambulance damage there, but nothing critical. But right now, Use is in a rather awkward spot. I mean, he's really been able to wear down Darkcrow, but the problem is he's paid a lot of sort of casualties in the process. And at this point, he's risking to just run out of steam and momentum entirely here. And basically, when he'll be able to push past Darkcrow once more once that happens. 75 points left versus 49. Jackson's moving about. Moving up for the Western victory point again. Stewart remains like a testament there to User's tactics. And Darkcrow's great use of mines and booby traps, I guess. Oh, dear, grabs the Stewart right under User's nose. That's just a waste of guns. There you go. Tiger Race charge hit straight at the double Jackson and the Pershing. That is pretty well there by Darkcrow. Of course, might be some psychological element to it. You just, like, try and thrash the use. We've got 55 versus 49. Booby trap in the centre victory point as well there. Good work by Darkcrow again. He likes his booby traps, that's for sure. Hey Heinz, yeah, what do you keep using for booby traps? Oh, you know, it's a typical pornography, Bibles. That's it actually. Bibles, yeah, so keep picking them up. Fixing out the Pershing. Reasons on the way there. We got 49 versus 48. This is certainly rather close race in terms of victory points between two sides. But at this point, U's situation is looking precarious. Darkcrow still has plenty of infantry and support weapons. Oh, snap. Okay, trying to take out the base again. Mostly just obliterating squirrels, though. Earning in once more the nickname of Squirrel Squasher. Gunnies are flanking the 5th caliber there. Pershing will hit the heavily damaged, going for that Tiger Race, backed up by the Jacksons. Doing some nasty damage to it. Pershing moving up as well there. Direct hit on the Jack from the Tiger Race. Heavy fun at the eastern fuel point and the western victory point there. Troops being pinned down. They can't advance any further. Darkcrow's machine remains a formidable bastion of Germanness. Tiger Race going ahead again there. Direct hit on the Jackson. Double shot and both bounds. The absolute luck there for Darkcrow. Got the eastern victory point back. Almost got the western. We got 49 versus 31. Incendiary armor now just to really discourage any infantry from approaching that point unless they really want to die. Tiger Race, Panther on the front from the double Jacksons, but still it's a lot of firepower there that Darkcrow's bringing to bear. Pershing in a tight spot as well. 25 points versus 49. Moving for the centre victory point. But there's the booby trap, and they don't have a minesweeper. They can't detect it in time. Oh, they're going to flank instead. They're going to try and go for the tanks here. Sandy gets spotted in time. Now they're going for the booby trap, and there you go. Almost taking out the entire unit. 20 versus 49. Bazooka's moving up. His shots fired at the Panther. Most bounce. Leoton's being obliterated out in the open. Routed here in the east. Grenade could be popped there. Another unit perished here in service of America. And there you go. Pershing's about to finally expire. There we go. Tiger Race knocks it down. 39th kill. Rifle being obliterated in the center by Panther for fine infantry fire. Finally gets to kill something that isn't squirrels. 49 versus 18. Does you still think he can somehow win this? Who knows? Ground the center victory point. More pioneers for Darkcrow. Gunny's going up for this deep flank here. Leaving that machine in the same spot all the time makes it easy here for Darkcrow to deal with it. And there you go. Gone. And with that, I think Use's fate here has been sealed. There you go. Use surrenders. A loss here for democracy. A victory for the German army. A victory for Coh2. So there you go. A nasty fight here on Bayeux. Close at times from the end. I feel like Use failed to bring up enough armor when he could have. The Scott in particular also felt like a weird choice. Doctrine was also, I think, late. And he could easily have gone for some more upgrades sooner, like grenades. Would have done much better, I think, at particular times for his Darkcrow. And now I feel like he just kept pushing through the centre when he really should have gone for more deeper flanks against his opponent. At times we think would also yielded better results there versus Darkcrow. Darkcrow, meanwhile, he just handled things nicely. At times I think he was also too passive, but I still feel like he will handle it better there than his opponent. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell friends, tell a family. If not, send a replay and a private feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial turning off, and see you all tomorrow for another episode.